G'day viewers, we're at the Gold Coast Store Championship. We're just starting the top cut, and on the left we've got Yi playing Leela, and on the right we've got Andru playing Engineering the Future. I'm joined by Yi. How you doing, Yi?
Pretty good, mate. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. It's your first tournament of Netrunner, I believe. Is it right? Or
Yeah, so this was my very first store championship. I think I've played one or two game night kits at GUF late last year. A couple of friends from my board game group, so shout out to James and Morgan. They actually introduced me to this game about June or July last year, so really got into it.
Yeah, that's how it happens. It bites, and it bites hard, the Netrunner bug. Yeah, so you've kept your hand, I believe. You've got a Desperado, a Sure Gamble, and a Security Testing. Looks nice.
Yep, I think I also had Katie Jones.
Yeah, beautiful.
So all econ, so to keep it. Normally pretty good.
Andrew's got his sachets of salt there for when he gets salty. Yeah, he's been having a bit of bad luck in tournaments lately, but yeah, let's see how he goes. Traditionally a really strong player in the Brisbane meta. Andrew just icing up, trying to get the security testing under control, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much not letting me get my free money quick for 3 credits.
So having a poke at HQ, as a typical criminal would do, and Andrew keen to shut that off straight away with the bronze.
Yeah, sometimes you can sneak when the corp doesn't res over HQ. Sometimes you can snipe an agenda, especially with Leela. You can bounce off R&D and then take a free snipe at R&D as well.
Yeah, Andrew keen to get that second ice on there though, just to keep the siphon from landing really early. You're obviously looking to land that early siphon.
I actually think I do have a siphon in hand as well, so it's probably a good call from Andrew.
So you've landed a bank job straight up, that's great.
Yep, gotta love the naked remotes and just money up.
And getting rid of Adonis, great.
Yeah, so with ETF, it's really hard to keep ETF down on credits because with their ability, they just can get back up really quickly as well. So do have to contest those campaigns, especially if they're naked.
So some remote going in. What have you got there? The inside job. You tempted to inside job in there, or?
I think I do. Just in case they try to sneak one out. I think you see I do run into it.
See another bronze.
I do decide to check it anyway.
Yep.
I think it's another campaign. No, it's an Ash.
Okay, decent to get rid of that anyway.
Yeah. I think in this game I was struggling for breakers early, so I was just digging a lot.
Got the Corroder in hand, but yeah, no special orders. And so tell us about your rig. You've got Corroder, and what else are you using?
So I actually couldn't really settle on my breaker suite for this match until straight up just before the store champ season. But this is based on David Hoyland, UK player who finished third at Worlds recently. So it's based on his Endless Waltz Leela deck. So I've got 2 Corroders, Passport Peacock, 3 Fairies, a Fem, and a Ninja. So I've got 6 Century Breakers in there, and I'm really struggling to find any of them.
Yeah, I mean, especially with HB, there's always that chance you're going to hit just face plant an Architect as well, so it's lovely to see a Fairy early, but you haven't managed to get one of them.
No. Sometimes the early face plant Architect's not too bad sometimes, especially if they got nothing in hand or archives that they can install. But obviously the first subroutine where they look at top 5 is not good when you're running on R&D, because then they can just do the HP shenanigans and not let you see those agendas.
Ooh, Andrew with the Jackson and the Biotic, so he's going to fire this ABT, and it looks like it's done nothing for him though. So
yeah,
he got off
pretty
easy
bad.
there.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that could have been really bad. If he got 2 or 3 ice out for free.
So no res there, and wow, okay.
Yeah, so top deck, a Kronos project there.
And bounce the R&D ice.
Yep, and just put some pressure on R&D again. And hit a GFI. Can't remember what that card was. Must have been a nice.
I mean, playing against HB, it's really good to get a few points early because they can eventually they will stabilise the board, and if you're not in a position to be close to winning, then it can be really difficult. So you feeling all right on 3 points at this point. Okay.
Yeah, not too bad, especially with no ice over R&D and archives now. Food codes is usually a bad matchup, or Glacier in general for Leela, especially if they get most of the servers iced up and res. You can really struggle to find a way in, especially if you're struggling for money.
So security testing onto archives, trying to force that res, I guess.
I think so, because Andrew's only on 4 credits here. So if res is anything on archives, it's usually a free shot at R&D, especially when one RDI interface out. So
going in with a dirty laundry, and then if he's broke, then opens up that chance in HQ as well, and R&D with the R&D interface. So, there's that architect faceplant we talked about there.
Yeah, so he's the architect. I think I was thinking of hitting R&D after this, but I thought better of it because he fires it off, sees the top 5. Obviously, he installs a couple cards, and he has a Jackson on the board as well. So, I guess I should have run R&D anyway and C2. And if he shuffles, then there were agendas I could have seen. If he doesn't shuffle, then I don't see it.
Yeah, good point. So Andrew getting some free ice onto R&D, and then this is going to be, I guess, the Adonis or the Ash. I'm not sure.
I don't think it was either of those.
Okay.
Because there was a hidden one.
Okay,
hidden one.
interesting.
So, I don't know what that was. Probably one of the ones he whiffed on the APT.
But it creates an open remote, which is good.
Yes. So check it just in case, because that was from the APT fire. It's another Jackson. So this last click here, I think I should have run R&D, but choose to draw instead. With Andrew being only on 1 credit.
Yeah, you might have got some access, which would have been nice. But Jackson goes back, face down, and a Biotic. So neither the Adonis nor the Ash going back.
So I think with his ABTs, you have to ask Andrew later, but he might have whiffed on maybe 2 agendas and the Jackson, possibly.
True, yeah.
So that Jackson shuffle also might have been maybe a couple of agendas on top, or card 3 or 4 down on R&D. So chooses to shuffle and maybe just what's the word?
Yeah, it's funny. Those ABTs can be such a momentum shifter, and it can work against you as well, I guess.
That's why we play this game, just for the kicks. Adrenaline rush.
Another bank job. So your econ looks quite impressive there. About 15. Another bloody architect though. What are you going to do?
Not what I wanted to see, but be interesting if he actually runs 2 or 3 in his deck, being with the new MWL list.
Yeah, I haven't seen
architects being -1 influence by HP.
can be very complicated to decide how to play an architect, and I think that's in tournament play, that can be the thing that decides the top players from the weaker players.
So yeah, especially with one thing you can do is if the top one or two cards or whatever accesses an agenda, install that in a new remote if you need, and then off the HQ or archives install over it and chuck it back in archives.
Yeah.
Helps if you've got Jackson on the board somewhere, or in this case an architect that I can't break over archives.
For sure.
I think I trashed a Jackson earlier, so there's a Jackson in archives as well, which he can recur and then get a shuffle on. If he has buried agendas in archives.
So there's something into that remote now. Could this be a scoring window? Feels like it.
Probably yes, because I don't have a Koge breaker. I don't know what ice he's got over it, so if it's another Sentry, or even another Koge, just in case for the inside job. Or even a barrier, doesn't matter. I can't get through the Koge at the moment. So just money out with bank job. I think I might have had a dirty laundry in hand, maybe. So it's something that I'm trying to learn to do is for quick compression. So if you get dirty laundries and stuff like that, use them, especially with security testing and bank jobs.
Yeah, you did leave that security testing over on the archive still though. So, and then Andrew does score out, but now so you're going to bounce something. Bouncing the R&D, okay. Got the Utopia shard in hand.
Yeah, but I can't get the HQ.
Yeah.
So was that second? Just got a second corridor. So I got a second RDI in hand.
Got that.
There were account siphons.
Wow,
2 account siphons.
That's the sad thing when you play criminal and HQ's shut off and all those HQ pressure cards.
Yeah, so just trying to dig for breakers at the moment. So can't get an HQ. So there's 2 account siphons and an emergency shutdown that I've discarded. So that would be nice as well to fire off. Especially good players get in, siphon, emergency shutdown or remote or R&D. And if they're on low credits, then run through R&D or an open remote. So you got a free credit there, Andrew. Because I said baby the second time, I didn't take a second credit. So.
Oh, okay.
So we were asking, because I said baby.
You've got a special order and a fairy, so looking a little better now.
Yes.
But Andrew is on match point now, so...
Yeah, so if he gets another 3 point, he's on match point. Obviously, if he scores a bonus, he only gets to 6, so...
I'm not sure if he's holding an agenda at this point.
No, I'm not sure, but yeah, so... I think I still got to bounce an ice, or...
Bounce the R&D ice, but yeah, you've opened up a nice look where you're going to get 3 cards here.
Yep, so see 3 cards to break with fairy.
There you go.
The first one.
So you're both on match point.
Yep. See 2 more. But no luck.
Ooh, for the
Trash a
Caprice. And now you must be feeling a little better. You've got the legwork, you've got the special order. HQ will be open within a couple of clicks.
Yes, so not sure. Yeah, so couldn't legwork that turn obviously because couldn't get through bronze, but do leave it open to set up for my next turn. But depends on what Andrew does, whether he installs in the remote or not, or lights up HQ.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to keep baiting into that remote, which he does. So making
So yeah, so not sure what he's put in there, but that could be a game. So obviously, you can see there I got Passport and Peacock right there, but I obviously choose Peacock because Passport is centrals only.
yeah.
There's definitely a bronze over a remote.
So Peacock at 2 strength. So luckily he's only able to get 2 next ice rares. It can get a bit annoying when the bronze gets up to 3. But yeah, not too bad Peacock in this situation.
Yeah, Peacock. The Peacock 3 at strength 3 and 4 co-gates bronze is not a bit more expensive, but not too bad because it's the same cost up to 5 then.
Getting in with that legwork finally, and Chrysium Grid, Mother Goddess. And
yeah, so when I saw that Chrysium, I was a bit surprised that he didn't put it over HQ. I started legwork again. I don't know why, but I actually trash Peacock here, but I still pay to break.
Still
pay 2 to break bronze, but
must be getting a little excited here, sniffing the win. And whoop, there you got it. So yeah, well played. Not falling for that trap of the remote. The remote is just a break a bay. So yeah, well played. Yeah, good read on Andrew. I think you noticed that he felt like he got away with that first legwork, so he went back in with another legwork.
Yeah, so at the time, now I haven't played Andrew before face to face actually, because I think he plays at Good Games. So I heard him do a very deep sigh, and so I was like, okay, there must be one of there. So I changed the work back in. But he was saying afterwards that he does that all the time anyway. So maybe that worked for me or against me. I don't know. But,
it worked for you today. Well, yeah.
It worked out for me on Saturday. So it was good fun.
Oh, thanks, Yi. So yeah, this is Z and Alex signing off.